evening, everybody, and welcome to Woodstock Regional Artists. I'm Sal Miccio, your host, coming to you from my studio at my home in West Hurley, along with David Lax, our producer-engineer, who is at the controls in Studio A in Saugerties, New York. Tonight, we have a special guest. He's a writer, songwriter, performer, and musician, and his name is Robert Burke Warren, a.k.a. Uncle Rock. Good evening, Robert. How are you doing tonight?
I'm good, Sal. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm good. Who were your early musical influences?
The Beatles. But then when I became a teenager, I got really into Led Zeppelin and Prince and David Bowie. And then when I was in my 20s, actually, I got really into Leonard Cohen.
That's a cool selection.
That group. That's quite a party, don't you think?
That is. That is. So what gave you the urge to write prose? Is it from something you got out of school or
it's in my blood. It's in my blood. I come from a family of writers, and I love books, and I love the written word. And I didn't really apply myself to writing until I was in my 30s, until I became a parent.
When did Uncle Rock come into existence, and how did that happen?
I was working at a preschool, School of the New Moon. So I played for the kids, and I was amazed at how much they loved it. I started doing gigs where the kids would come with their parents, and then the parents would be really into it. Making music was something that could bring people together.
Well, yeah, absolutely was successful with that, because it looks like you did 5 CDs as Uncle Rock.
Yeah,
and then you've done a couple of CDs as Robert Burke Warren. You have a third CD that's hanging out here. It's from your one-man performance, The Redheaded Friend, and that's being held up. Tell us about that.
So I did this show, and I did it last year. I did 2 performances of it, and it went really well. And I was going to do a release party in early April at the Colony, and do the one-man show, which is just me and my guitar, and then the coronavirus happened.
Here, this is a world premiere of this video that we're talking about.
It is. It definitely is.
And we'll watch it first and then talk about it on the other side. It's called At the Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Magenta in the floor show at the silver screen. Ken played Frank in 6-inch heels. Oh, what a scene. Yeah, but Todd stole the show as the scorn sidekick. His riff-raff was electric, it was dark magic. Your movie made it happen, so thank you, Richard O'Brien. I was taken in by the new wave, queer underground. In my mullet and my polyester suit, I love to hang around. I love the broody soft boys and the whip smart girls, country punks and runaways of Todd's new world. You brought them all together, so thank you, Richard O'Brien. Come check me out in the floor show, my old friend. It's been so long, I wanna see you again. I trust you not to freak out when I'm kissing these men. Oh no, I'm feeling mighty real, you know, at the Rocky Horror Picture Show. We were scary monsters, we were super creeps in a hormone haze, shapes like Bowie in the parking lot while the mixtape plays. Rock and roll horror movie, cheap sci-fi, wrapped up in a corset and some tattered thigh highs. Where have you been all my life, Richard O'Brien? Yeah. Come check me out in the floor show, my old friend. It's been so long, I wanna see you again. I trust you not to house in a corner booth. Todd's in the car asking me to hold another truth. Now I know why the call came on an autumn night, when we fight the fear with friendship and fluorescent light. You brought us back together, so thank you, Richard O'Brien. Yeah. Come check me out in the floor show, my old friend. It's been so long, I wanna see you again. I trust you not to freak out when I'm kissing these men. Oh no, I'm feeling mighty real, you know. Yeah, come check me out in the floor show, my old friend. It's been so long, I wanna see you again. I trust you not to freak out when I'm kissing these men. Oh no, I'm feeling mighty real, you know. At the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Come check me out.
Wow, I really enjoyed that. A lot
Thank
of
you.
credits at the end. Tell us about how that got together.
The video got a lot of credits on it because it was my first ever crowdfunding experience, and it was really a great experience. I had for years, friends of mine were doing crowdfunding through Kickstarter or Indiegogo, and so I decided to do that, and so I did a campaign late last year on Indiegogo, and I was really moved by the generosity of people.
So your songwriting works appear in different releases by different people here: Roseanne Cash, RuPaul, Rock and Roll Hall of Famer Wanda Jackson. But tell us about the roots using one of your tunes for John McCain's entrance to Jimmy Fallon's night show.
That was one of the craziest things. That was one of the craziest things that ever happened to me. That was it was before he moved to the Tonight Show. Actually, it was when it was still Late Night with Jimmy Fallon. And what they did was they went ahead and did it. And then I got a notice from BMI because that if I wanted to get paid, I had to sign this piece of paper, and I was like, "What's going on?" You know, and so apparently, what happened was Questlove wanted to do an entrance theme for John McCain. They used a song off of one of my Uncle Rock CDs called the song is called "The Elephant in the Room." McCain, of course, is a Republican, and that's the animal of their party, of the GOP. And he found my song and liked it, and within like 10 minutes, he and the Roots had learned it.
That's terrific. So you also you acted as Buddy Holly in the West End musical Buddy. How did you get that gig?
I had also been an actor as a teenager. There's these shows that they need actors who can play instruments and like really play them, you know. And so they advised me to go out for the Buddy Holly show. They said they need an actor who is like tall, who can play, and who bears a passing resemblance to Buddy Holly. And I got the gig. Yeah, so then I ended up in the West End, you know, one of the greatest experiences of my life.
Let's go to another one of your songs, played with Wee Wee Paul, with Paul and the U-Hauls. It's a song called Painting a Vast Blue Sky.
Thanks a lot. Thank you.
Well, I like that tune. How did that come together, and how did you join those folks that played with you?
The recording is just me and Dean Jones. We recorded that in Rosendale, and what I did was I got some archival video from the 80s. That song, that piece was written by my friend Todd and me, and the album and the show Redheaded Friend is based on my friendship with Todd. And we were in a band with RuPaul, and we had been we were friends. We met when we were 7, and his friendship was really important to my development. The album is a tribute to him. So we wrote that song when we were playing with RuPaul so that RuPaul would be able to go off stage and change costumes.
So let's talk about your prose. I see here that your prose appears in Salon, Paste, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. What kind of prose do you have in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame?
For whenever they do an induction, they have a booklet that they hand out to the attendees, and there's an essay about each inductee. So I've written about Paul Simon. I wrote about Journey. I wrote about Athens, Georgia, when REM got inducted.
So listen, I actually play a harmonica in an Allman Brothers cover band called Paint a Blue Sky, and I've read here that we're a ghostwriter for Greg Allman's linear notes for Live at Cafe Lena.
I did the liner notes for Live at Cafe Lena, but Holly, my wife, was working on this excellent, if you haven't seen it, excellent documentary called Muscle Shoals. She said, we asked Greg Allman to do the liner notes, and he said, no. He said, why don't you get someone to write them, and if I like them, I'll put my name on it.
Oh, cool.
So I said, I'll do it. And so I read his memoir, My Cross to Bear, to try and get an idea of what his voice would sound like. And it helps, I think, that I'm from Georgia. But anyway, I wrote these liner notes in his voice as if I was him writing them. And so then I finished, and they sent them off to Greg. And I was really nervous. I was, naturally, I thought he was going to hate him. He's going to say, who is this? This isn't me. This isn't what I sound like. But I was wrong. I'm happy to say I was wrong. He had one single change. And that was in the liner notes. When I'm speaking as Greg, I keep referring to the band as the Almonds. Like I would say, like the Almonds, me and the Almonds, we were on the road when this happened, and me and the Almonds, and me and the Almonds this, and me and the Almonds that. And he said, I would never say that. He said, you have to change that to me and the brothers.
The bros, yeah.
Me and the brothers. Now, you probably, if I talked to you, Sal, you probably would have known that, but I did not know that. But that was how he, preferred to refer to his bandmates as the brothers.
So I think time to look at another video on the album The Lost Years. And it's called Spirit Me Away.
Echo in the sky above you, flicker when you close your eyes. Lessons from the ones who love you, always coming in disguise. Melody from up the staircase tumbles down like summer rain. Leaves are burning round the corner, and it's 1983 again. And the sweet dreams were not destinations, they were just fuel for your ribbon of road. And the angels of your salvation, their secret words were always in code. Now some days everything's an omen, a maple with a murder of crows. The sunset is a shameless showman, a goodbye beautiful as a rose. And each breath feels like a blessing, each step a gift from the stingiest God. And there's no need for late night confessing. All is forgiven, but nothing's forgot. The ghost of a dream comes calling in the dark of the day. You are the one, you're the one to spirit me away. The ghost of a dream comes calling in the dark of the day. You are the one, you're the one to spirit me away. You are the one, you're the one to spirit me away. You are the one, you're the one to spirit me away.
Nice video.
Thank you.
How did that tune come about?
It's about being appreciative of the day. I started writing it years ago and I finished it last year. And it feels more pertinent now because it's all about appreciating the now. When I say spirit me away, I mean spirit me away from the past, spirit me away from the future, spirit me kind of into the now. And if you can find someone in your life that can do that, then you're a very lucky person.
So I have, looking at awards here, you've received the Parents' Choice Award for the Uncle Rock's Big Picture, Uncle Rock's song, Leave the Bees Be. Spent 3 weeks at #1 on Sirius Satellite Radio. Tell us about that.
As kids will do, a bee would fly up and they would just, do like you do and thrash their hands around and then try and hit the bee with a stick. And I found myself saying, leave the bees be. And that's how that song happened.
Right. Okay, it's time to listen to and watch another video of yours. This one is from the Red-Headed Friend.
This is called Defy Gravity, live from my apple tree. This goes out to my friend Todd.
There's only so many times in a life when you can defy gravity, or when you can break away, fly from the mess you made, live those questions of being free. That was me in an antebellum room, writing myself to you, trying to make you swoon. That was you, long distance from the bay, a phone booth in the rain, begging me to come and stay and see the life you made. Yeah, there's only so many times in a life when you can defy gravity, when you can break away, fly from the mess you made, live those questions of being free. That was me, kicking round East Berlin, Walkmen blasting heroes, running for the train. And that was you, northbound on 85, a truck full of Cabbagetown crazy, trying to make it to the gig on time, to blow their minds, yeah. You told me to run, you told me to fly, you told me forgive, then you said goodbye. There's only so many times in a life when you can defy gravity, fly, fly.
Nice tune. That's on your album that's not yet released, Redheaded Friend. And you said we could download that from somewhere, didn't you?
Yes, from Bandcamp. You can go to Bandcamp and download it. And it's a song about friends encouraging each other to be brave and to take risks while you can.
So why don't you give us your website?
My website's robertburkewarren.com. But I would tell people to go to my Facebook page. You can just search me out on Facebook, because that's where I post a lot of my writing. I write for the what we used to call the Woodstock Times. We're now calling it Hudson Valley One. I write for them a lot, and I post stuff on there, and I post my music on there. I'm also on Instagram as well. Robert B. Warren is my Venmo. If anyone wants to drop me a tip to help me pay the bills. I lost a lot of gigs. I was supposed to be in Australia playing bass with the Mammals in April. I was supposed to be in California right now. So like a lot of musicians, I've been hustling. So if anyone wants guitar lessons or bass lessons, hit me up.
All right, folks, we've been talking and listening to Robert Burke Warren tonight, a.k.a. Uncle Rock. And Robert, we really had a great time and enjoyed your stories, and appreciate you, and hope that we can go live soon. We can all get out there and listen to some live music and play some live music, and I'm looking forward to see you live. Thank you, folks, for listening. We'll be back next Tuesday with another special guest. And until then, be safe and support your local musicians any way you can. Thank you, and good night.